The African savanna is a grassland ecosystem. It is located in several regions in sub-Saharan Africa.
The African savanna is home to many flora and fauna, from the acacia senegal to the whistling fawn, the elephants and the giraffe, the lions and the hyenas, as well as the tawny eagle. The African savanna is home to many biodiverse plants and animals. Each animal and plant plays an important role in the circle of life or the food chain. For example, when an animal like a giraffe is eating an acacia leaf, it is the start of the food chain.
Also, the acacia tree is widely distributed with wide spaces between each tree. This enables an open canopy for animals to mobilize and for grass to grow. The food web of the African savanna starts with autotrophs, grass and trees, which are primary producers. Herbivores such as grasshoppers, hares, etc. are primary consumers. Secondary consumers are pangolins, aardvarks, etc. and consume ants, etc. However, tertiary consumers take up the bulk of the food web, with lions, hyenas, etc. consuming most of the secondary consumers. As beautiful as it seems, the African savanna is threatened by 4 key human impacts: poaching, climate change, mining, and finally, desertification.
The food web of the African savanna is connected to human actions. Poaching affects the food web. We kill herbivores and carnivores like elephants and lions, which tip the food web. The African savanna is very biodiverse. If climate change were to affect bird migration routes through the savanna, there would be a significant loss of biodiversity. Animals like elephants migrate, but the impact of climate change from humans can compromise this. The disappearance of these animals can alter the food web. The African elephant is vulnerable to a changing climate because of sensitivity to high temperatures and susceptibility to diseases. Along with poaching, the elephant is at risk. Plants are also threatened because of mining, and human interest in minerals endangers the ecosystem and the environment. Plants will attempt to migrate in order to adapt, but it is restricted by humans and the environment, so this can cause extinction and lack of plants, which will be severe to the food web. Mining destroys the landscape, and desertification erases the savanna, forcing animals to suffer out and die. We believe that in order to counteract this, we need to enforce gun laws, raise awareness, and take action ourselves.
Our solution to poaching is to end arms sales to African countries who influence the continuous poaching of animals in the African savanna, and request the UN to send peacekeeping missions to safeguard and protect the endangered animals from poachers. We have decided to take the solution at hand, so we can increase the quantity of endangered animals in the African savanna. But, even if we end arms sales to African countries, illegal activity regarding the exchange of arms in the black market will still continue. UN peacekeeping missions can end the exchange of arms and defend endangered animals from poachers.
Climate change. Solution. Raise awareness to end fossil fuel use in Africa and in the world. Sue fossil fuel companies like Shell that might threaten the African savanna and use more sustainable energy. The climate change of the savanna has been directly affected by fossil fuel companies like Shell, which are one of the main reasons why the climate is changing. Solution. Advocate for sustainable energy use throughout Africa. We want to support sustainable energy. With this, the savanna can improve its climate and the state of its environment, which will be a big benefit for flora and fauna. Sustainable energy can be a big help in decreasing mining.
Our solution to desertification is to prevent animals such as introduced species and several domestic animals from grazing the African savanna. We should also plant vegetation in sparsely vegetated areas that are largely threatened by desertification. We have taken the solution to hand because the only way to prevent desertification in the African savanna is to decrease the quantity of sparsely vegetated areas.
In conclusion, our vision is to sustain an African savanna that will host as an eternal paradise for animals, humans, and for the environment itself. Preventing problems regarding the existence of flora and fauna can boost this vision to become the reality we dream of.